New year, new us.
Discussion time. All right. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. This is our very first episode of Spot O Cast, the original podcast by Tyler and Josh. We're very excited to bring this to you.
Yeah.
For real. It's been a lot of thought going into this. Ain't that right, Tyler?
Yeah. Lots of thought. Lots of late nights.
Absolutely.
But we're going. We're doing it.
So I want to give everyone, along with the welcome, a quick overview about what we're going to do. We have several topics that we're going to talk about, not just gaming, like movies, TV shows, anime, music, food, so many different things. We're going to have guests on here. We're going to do so many cool things. Anything to add on that, Tyler?
No, I mean, I just, we kind of talked about this, both of us, and we kind of wanted to have a way to have a community outreach with gamers and general people who are excited about all of the things coming up this year in gaming and Star Wars and
literally everything. Literally everything. Yeah. And just a quick note before we get going, the intro and outro music are both original and performed by us, Tyler on the guitar and myself on the trumpet. So if you like what you see, then that's we're musicians. All right, cool. Before we get going, be sure to head over to Spotto Gaming on Instagram. That is SPOTOGAMING. Follow us there for all kinds of updates, gaming news, stream schedule updates, literally anything and everything that Tyler and I do, you can find there. Ain't that right?
Indeed.
And then at the end of this... Cool I'm sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying we have lots of cool
okay.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, we'll get more used to this whole discussion thing back and forth and try not to trip over each other a little bit, so bear with us. At the end of this podcast, too, you can have details on Spotto Gaming's brand new exclusive Patreon. So if you're interested in finding out what that is, make sure you stick around for the very end, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, on to the meat and potatoes. First things first, Tyler. We've played some really good games.
Yeah.
2019 was a great year for video games. Am I right?
Yes, it was. Really just 2019 we saw unification of not only Xbox and PC, but Xbox, PC, and PlayStation.
Yeah, I never thought that was going to happen ever.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us. We experienced the impossible. So, how this will work, we're going to kind of reflect on the games that we most enjoyed last year in 2019. Tyler and I have made a list of a few things of what we liked and things we would change about those games, even though, because nothing's perfect, everything has good things and bad things about them. So we figured we could talk about that for a little bit. And then we could talk a little bit about things we're looking forward to in 2020. And then maybe talk about some potential streams. Sound good, Tyler?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
All right. First and foremost for me, and Tyler, feel free to jump in at any time, Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order was probably one of the most unifying games that has ever come out, in the last decade. Ever since EA took over the production of Star Wars games, there's always been a little bit of a how would you describe that kind of feeling, Tyler? Unease, Dirty. Exactly. People had a fear of what they were going to do because Battlefront, the reboot series, kind of did start with a bad taste in everyone's mouth with, having paywalls and pay to win kind of thing. They've obviously fixed it. If you haven't played Battlefront since they fixed it, please check it out. It's excellent.
It's excellent.
Now,
yeah, 100%.
We love it. But Jedi Fallen Order seems to be like a love letter to the games. Respawn Entertainment definitely dipped their toes in the water, and they really, really told a compelling story, and the gameplay was just absolutely incredible. Excuse me. Getting over a little bit of a cold, so please excuse me. I wanted to talk a little bit, and I know Tyler has some really cool opinions on this too. The first thing on Jedi Fallen Order was the difference in gameplay. There's been a lot of people, like critics, reviewing the game as almost like a watered down Dark Souls, but I kind of take that into stride a little bit. You know, this is a game that I would want to give to like younger people to introduce them to what Star Wars is about. You know,
or even gaming in general. I mean,
that
like
too.
it's a classic, like combo based, timing based, skill based game. You know.
And the cool thing is you're not stuck with the choice of what game mode you're stuck in. Like, you don't have to start at Grandmaster and stay at Grandmaster. You know, I started a little bit higher than I should have, and I moved my thing down. I overestimated my abilities.
No shame in that.
Yeah. I overestimated my power. But
the game had the high ground.
It really did. It really did. But what was most intriguing to me was the fact that there wasn't hundreds of different force powers. You know, you had the simple push, pull, and slow. You know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
What that says to me is like, well, in general, I always kind of figured some of these more unique force powers were unique to the way that Padawan had learned how to tap their connection to the Force. You know.
Yeah.
That's where you see different abilities, and I thought that was interesting, but I think that's a very good thing to start out with, because again, he was a Padawan.
Yeah, he didn't have much before Order 66 actually took down, and obviously we're not going to get into spoilers with this, so don't click away saying, "Oh no, spoilers." We're not going to reveal anything from the story necessarily that is game breaking or anything like that. My favorite part of the thing, going off of that, what you just said, Tyler, was that the skill tree kind of, matched those force abilities and upgraded them a little bit. You know, it wasn't like you were learning. I'd never felt restricted to 3 force abilities. It always felt like there were hundreds of different options for me to take down enemies with.
Yeah, because they would use them in combination with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was just fantastic.
Fun fact, there's actually an achievement. You can use force slow as a stormtrooper is shooting their gun, and you can use force pull to pull them into their own laser bolt, and then you'll get an achievement for it.
I actually haven't tried that.
I have yet to pull it off. It's very difficult, but it's so much fun when you do. I think it's just the coolest thing. There's so many different ways to approach a situation. The gameplay really has made it go from less of a hack and slash kind of thing to, I literally went, I kid you not, I think I told you this already, Tyler, but if not, I'll reiterate it for the podcast, is that I went into a situation on Kashyyyk, because you go to the Wookiee homeworld in one of the missions.
The Wookiees.
You go to there, and there was this section of the game where they had these like Venus flytraps. You remember that?
Yeah. Do
I went through that whole section without killing a single enemy with my lightsaber.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would checked out the environment, and I made them all like go. I killed a purge trooper just by pushing it into the Venus flytrap. And you can assess your surroundings. Never have I played a game other than probably Minecraft where I've assessed my surroundings that much, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just super important to me.
It just like you almost hear when you're playing it, and you're like, you almost hear Obi-Wan's like, be mindful of your surrounding.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's like a love letter to all the fans, you know?
It really is. It's just, I can't say anything because I'll spoil it.
Yeah.
But I'm just, as a Star Wars fan and someone who has played, Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy, Star Wars Jedi Outcast,
Knights of the Old Republic?
Star Wars, yeah, both of those games. I never played the online one. It brought everything together in a way, has you so eloquently put as a love letter to the fans.
It really
and
is,
it was
though.
just
And bouncing off of that idea too, the story is so compelling. Like I'm fumbling over my words almost because I like thinking about it gives me chills. BD1 is probably the cutest thing that's ever happened to Star Wars. Like
yeah.
you can press on the PlayStation, you can press down on the D-pad, and you can give him a little fist bump, and it is the cutest thing in the world. It is so cool. And I mean his character BD1, the droid, is like the first time I've probably felt like empathy for an inanimate object. You know, I'm like, I don't know. There were a couple scenes where it just really, really tugs at your heartstrings. Um, the character designs and the way everything is like executed in the story, the voice acting, who they chose to do what, the way that the characters grow and develop, and you discuss your options, and you weigh down what it actually is, and you don't realize you're playing a linear story. It feels like you have stake in what's going on.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Tyler?
They did so many cool things with that game, with that kind of stuff, and it's just like, I actually, it was the first time in Star Wars game where I actually started to feel like you'd said emotion for something, like another character, like a character in like a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Like before, it's been like, yep, Star Wars game,
Yeah.
Like this is Star Wars, and I'm playing it.
I feel like there's a certain stigma that comes around with Star Wars games too. Like it can't be its own original idea. This is a completely side story,
Yeah, and I honestly couldn't like tell you where the story was going when I was playing it.
Yeah.
And I felt like the characters that they made, just having the ability to go from planet to planet, and doing what you can, like when you can,
reacting
and
to
then
the
you
situation.
can just, but you can just hang out
Mm-hmm.
in your ship and talk to your character. There's actually achievement for getting all of your crew members,
Mm-hmm.
one, and that's one achievement. But the second achievement is like getting all the dialogue from all your crew members, because they all have lots of things to say, and
that are all world building. Like it just adds to what you're doing, and it is amazing.
It's fantastic.
We could talk about Jedi Fallen Order literally for years, but I think we should move on to what we'd both change about it. Me personally, and Tyler has heard this a lot, he's probably laughing to himself when I brought this up. I think, without spoiling anything, I think the placement of going to Ilum and getting your Kyber crystal colors, because you start out the game, if you didn't pre-order it, you start out the game with blue and green. If you pre-ordered it, you get orange too. But you go to Ilum, like in most Jedi, or all Jedi did before Order 66, they would go and they'd get the Kyber crystals. And then you can choose your color, and there's like 7 options total or something like that. I wanted to play with a purple blade. I wanted to play 90% of the story with my purple lightsaber. But it ended up being so late in the game that having the purple blade didn't last long enough for it to make an impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know you're kind of upset about that, because
that's the only
you
thing.
Want to play how you want to play.
That's the only thing, is that it didn't give me the option to have it. Now, it makes sense in the story. If you play through, I'm not downing the story by saying that it didn't make sense. It was 100% the way it should have been, But
for sure.
But I would have loved to have had the option to choose at the beginning what my Kyber crystal color would have been, and then maybe limit me to that one until I go to Ilum. There's so many different ways they could have gone about it. But that's just a tiny thing. What about you, Tyler? What about the game would you change, do you think? If anything.
Well, I speaking personally for Star Wars games and Star Wars things in general, I've always favored 2 swords.
Yeah. Dual wielding.
Yes, dual wielding swords. That's just what I always liked when I played like my first real kind of Star Wars Jedi game, which was Star Wars Jedi Academy.
I gotcha.
And I mean, I have just thousands and thousands of hours logged into that game.
Yeah.
And it's just, I wish that would have had the ability to just use dual wielding swords at some point. But like, I like the ability that you have to split the swords,
Yeah.
But like,
You get that late in the game too. It would have been nice to have that early, but I understand why they didn't.
yeah. But I'm feeling that the way, like, Star Wars universe in this section of the universe they're choosing to explore.
Yeah.
I think in whatever next installment of whatever it will be, I think that you'll have everything you had at the end of the game at this time,
Hopefully.
going forward. Kind of like what they did Sly Cooper.
They probably might find a way for him to lose everything. Like
Yeah,
BD1's
maybe.
memory gets wiped again or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gets amnesia.
Yeah, amnesia. Hits his head.
It's like
But
galactic days of our lives.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we love the game overall. If you haven't played it yet, make sure you pick it up and play it for yourself.
Yes.
Don't let anything
For
get
sure.
spoiled for you because it is an incredible game. Moving on from there, because I know we could spend literally hours talking about that. The next thing we have on our list is we literally anticipated this for a long time. Minecraft Bedrock Edition update. Oh my god. Tyler, would you like to do the honors and talk about the first little bit of it? Why we love this so much?
Oh man, it looks so much better.
Oh my god.
It just
It's like
there's something so much better about it.
it's like looking
it
at a fresh steak, fresh out of the oven, medium rare. That's what it's like.
Exactly. It's good stuff.
It's
It's good stuff.
It is. Oh my gosh. Like, it's just so beautiful. Like, everything is so sharp and crisp and clean.
I would say my favorite addition to it is the ability to have that recipe book thing that was incorporated with the PS4 edition of Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. As well as the
And-
regular crafting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love regular crafting.
But you had to turn one or the other on last time.
Yeah.
And
You
having
know,
them
and I
both
like
is just
both.
great.
Why not hand one tan that stuff? I'm just like
Best of both worlds. Demonetized.
I think that was the best idea.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have to look up recipes anymore. I used to always Google search them.
Yeah.
I think it's just amazing. Along with how good it looks, the smoothness, the operation speed of the game is so much quicker. I can run it at 60 frames now. Like, the PS4 edition maybe dropped about maybe 8 to 10 frames sometimes. You know what I mean?
Indeed. Yeah. And it's nice also because we have the what do you call those things? Our Extra Plus PlayStation Super. I don't know.
Oh,
what they're called.
the PS Pro.
Yeah.
Extra plus
Jeez.
supers.
Extra Plus Super. Extra
Sony hire us for
Plus
our marketing.
Ultra.
Plus ultra. Hire us, Sony, for our naming skills, please.
Yeah.
Send me free crap.
Announcing coming soon.
The
The
PlayStation Super
PlayStation
Plus Ultra.
Ultra.
The My Hero Academia included.
It doesn't matter what order you say the words. It's not important.
Ow, that made me cough.
Yeah, so we have Super Plus PlayStation Deluxe Ultra.
Oh, wait.
So-
hey, you forgot the most important part. They're pink,
What?
too.
Oh, they're pink. Yeah.
Continue.
So we have those, and it just seems like it runs a little smoother.
It does.
On those. And we can push up that distance,
Yeah.
the chunks or however many loads in. I love options.
Yeah.
Lots of options like that.
Yeah. You can customize how you want to view the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
And it honestly, it made my streaming like a little bit nicer of a quality. If you go back and look at it after the update,
Yeah.
they just look different. Now,
Yeah.
with that in mind, we're not spending too much time on this one because it's not really a game. It's an update. So, For us, it was anyway, because we had played Minecraft for so many hours, they just
Yeah.
gave it to us. What would I change about this personally? I would say the lack of the host privileges. It really irks me. I know technically this isn't like a huge deal, and it doesn't detract from what we're trying to do, but the ability to click your touch thing on your what is that thing called? The trackpad. Yeah. To be able to touch the trackpad and just immediately pull up all the options rather than going to the menu, and then the fact that some of the options are not there anymore, kind of bothers me. But it not so much to where it breaks the game. That's just something I would change personally. What about you, Tyler? If anything.
Something I would change. I kind of want realms. That'd be sweet.
Well, I mean that's coming.
Yeah,
That's coming.
I change them not releasing realms at the beginning when they should have
Go back in
released it
times.
when they had it.
Go back in time
Back
and
in
change
time.
it. Back to the future, past. All right, cool. Moving on from there. The next game we have is.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, Fallout 76.
Now, most of you are going to be like, wait a minute, unsubscribe, delete this podcast, Fallout 76 is trash, blah, 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 blah. I used to say the same thing. Fallout 76, in my eyes, was trash. But it is not a bad game. It is not.
Yeah,
they have done
now-
so much.
They have done a lot. And this is someone speaking from playing from beta, and there was some problems to say the least.
That's being generous.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the controversial, Fallout
we don't have time for
first
that.
garbage.
Yeah.
No, there's not
Ain't
enough
nobody got time for that.
time. I don't got enough energy to go into that. But basically, I really think the game has come a long ways, and I feel like once we get some NPCs in there with the Wastelanders update,
Yep.
they're going to be seeing some returning players. I know I'm going to be returning, but
Yeah.
right now it's playable, and they've fixed some of the things, and at least for PlayStation players, there's not a lot of risk of getting hacked and all this garbage that a lot of the PC players are having to deal with right now. I'm sorry if you play that game on the PC and you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, hey, PC has its bonuses and stuff, but there's just a little bit easier to hack.
Yeah.
But things that we mentioned.
That's not a challenge, by the way.
Yeah,
people.
please do not. I don't think that is a challenge. Well, Josh and Tyler said no, we did not.
They said they're unhackable.
I'm unhackable. Wall.
No.
Building a wall around this conversation.
No.
Okay, a couple things that we liked about it. Tyler mentioned to me, and it kind of resonated with me, that just being in the Fallout universe while seeing other players has changed our experience.
Yeah, and the Fallout universe, the Fallout fan base, are some of the kindest people you can run into. You can literally just, I've seen it happen. Just some, what we'd call a noob, someone that got the game really recently and they just don't know what they're doing. Another player comes up on them, and I mean, obviously they can't kill him in the regular survival mode currently.
Yeah.
But they'll, if they have a mic, most people will talk to you if they have a mic and you have a mic.
Yeah.
That's one of the cool things about it. And they say, "Hey, how are you doing on stems? Do you need some help? Do you need some food, water?" Because and they strike up with conversations like, "Yeah, that survival system's pretty brutal, huh?" And that 2 laughs are shared, friendship formed.
Yeah.
Stems exchanged.
Stems exchange. Yeah,
It's just
I love the community.
cool thing.
Nobody messed with me. It's not Grand Theft Auto. I'll tell you that.
No.
It's not Red Dead
You
without
know-
defensive mode enabled.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's definitely not either one of those.
Yeah.
Well, we got a couple things to talk about before we move on.
Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say, Tyler, you also mentioned, I want you to expand on this a little bit more, that you absolutely love base building minus the glitches.
Oh my goodness. So one of my favorite things in the world of Fallout is finding a nice little spot to build your base and trying to figure out, okay, so I'm going to be spending a lot of time in this area. I would like to be over here probably. And I guess now if you have the Fallout First, you can have that extra teleporter setup base, mini base thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for the majority of other people, like, and how it was majority of the time when I played, the practice is to find a place you want to make a base, make it beautiful, and then spend a lot of time. You basically, when you build a base, you're going to spend all of your resources, scrap and metal and everything. So by the time you get done building that base and you like it, you're going to need to get your next haul of scrap.
Yep.
And start over again, start venturing, going out and doing things, and getting that materials you need to build the next base, and when you're going to explore the next place.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I played the game for a while, and that's just one of the most beautiful things to me, because you have all these vendors too, and people will stop by your base and they'll talk to you, and they're like, hey, come check out my base, and you exchange ideas on like base building, and just a whole different
it's a big
side of the community. Yeah,
it's so wholesome. Now,
indeed,
something you mentioned to me is that you want stronger story elements. Is that something you change? Can you expand on that a little bit?
I would change that. We're going to get stronger elements in Wastelanders because they're going to be redoing it. They're going to keep the old campaign storyline.
Yeah.
But like as it is, it's really tedious and really just not worth a lot of the effort that they have you go through. Because it's just, all right, you happen to come across another overseer crate here, and it's like, oh, then she tells you a little bit about the area. And I will say they did a good job with the voice logs, because I had a fun time listening to those and being like, oh, wow, this is actually an incredibly gripping story. Like, this is like a family here, and like one of the sons goes off and like dies, and the parents have to deal with it, and like it's in this post-apocalypse. It's just really cool. They were able to tell much story through these logs, and it's like a callback to the old-timey, 1940s, 30s, 50s, like radio shows.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool the way it did it. But I want interaction with another NPC. Like, I can't just go from tape to tape to tape.
Yeah.
Listening
is so much different from interacting.
But they do a good job of making you feel isolated, because you do feel isolated.
That's true.
You feel like you're coming across all this stuff. And they're going to play off like that when the Wastelanders come out. And it's like, aha, this was our plan all along. And it's like, whatever.
Also, another thing that I would probably want to change. We'll talk about this more in a future podcast, but I absolutely hate that whatever that Plus edition is, the subscription you have to pay for.
Yeah, that's the Fallout First.
I don't think that games that cost money should have extra things that cost money. I think that you should pay $60 once, be done with it.
For a complete game?
For a complete dang game. Oh my gosh. Like, please. I mean, DLC is fine. Like, if you want me to buy a $5 DLC that has, like, maybe 6-7 more hours of gameplay, I'll do it. That's fine. Like, if Jedi Fallen Order has DLC, I'm probably going to buy it, But, like, stop putting things that give people benefits for games that cost money. Make a game free to play, and then have like things that you can buy. Oh, it's just so stupid to me. I hate that. That's the death of games.
Yes, it
the
is.
death of modern games. But we're gonna get to more details about that later. I don't want to spend too much time on that. And then another game. Good transition. Another game that we both have absolutely loved. I was a little skeptical about it at first. The first couple hours I was playing it, I wasn't sure I liked it. But Tyler is a genius, and he told me to get it, and I did, and I'm really glad. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
Like, you don't even need our opinion on this. Like, it's such a highly rated game.
Yeah. I mean, just the ability to do everything and anything.
There's so much freedom
that you could have really done. Like, I don't want to sound dark, but like, if you want to string someone up and tie him behind your horse, roll him all through the town, you can do that.
Roll that damn
tide.
Do
whatever you want. And again, it sounds really dark, but like
you can do what you want.
can
It's
kill
the Wild
anything.
West. You can go.
Wild West.
Tyler and I literally have. How many hours have we spent just hunting?
Jeez, man.
Like going for bears.
I don't even know.
So many hours.
Oh, bear hunting.
Yeah.
Boy, that's fun.
It is. Another thing that I
But-
wholeheartedly loved about this is that it's continuing to expand and grow. They added
Mhm.
bounty hunting a couple months ago, and Tyler and I have done legendary bounties and stuff like that. That is so much fun.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And it's not easy.
No,
either.
it's not.
Like a lot of stuff you have to like kind of like
It is not.
oh, you
easy.
only get like one life, and if you miss him, then that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
But hey, the payout too is also really nice too.
yeah, very, very, very good.
The servers have been pretty crappy here lately because they just released the Moonshiners pre-release for Twitch Prime,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't try it out yet. I've been meaning to, but so far so good. Because literally everyone has been on, and it's been so bad that people are getting kicked offline because there's too many people on a server. The servers are just overwhelmed at the moment.
Yeah.
Once it gets released to the full public too, it's going to be like that for a couple weeks. But I'm just excited for, more expansions, more ideas, more ways to explore the Wild West in 1899.
Yeah. I really have actually been enjoying the souvenir hunter scavenging
Yep.
part of it.
Yep.
Um,
There's not much I would
It
want to
gives-
change about this either.
no.
I cut you off. What
I
were you
can't-
saying? You said it gives you what?
Oh, it gives you that, I don't know if anybody has played Tomb Raider.
Oh
but
yeah.
Tomb Raider was a fantastic game.
Mhm.
All three of them. I have all three of them. And I've spent hours and hours just exploring.
Yep.
And like just finding old pieces of whatever.
And just like
And,
enjoying it.
Yeah. But they had that similar kind of feeling on Red Dead, and it's
Yeah.
very cool.
And it's an option. You don't have to do it.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it, though. It's
Yeah.
like you can do whatever you want, and like you won't get bored really doing what you want to do.
If you get bored doing the Tomb Raider kind of style thing, you can go on to the bounty hunting and do something completely different.
Go fishing.
Yeah.
Like there are so many lakes and so many. There's over like I can't remember like over 250 different animals
Yep.
on there.
It's
Like-
just such a good game.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
isn't much I
Yeah.
would change about it. But I know you mentioned to me the affordability of certain items. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Well, so if you're not a Twitch Prime member, then, well, basically, if you're not a Twitch Prime member, you haven't been around from the beginning, a lot of times you won't get some of the promotions. But if you play Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead and do both of their online promotions, you usually have things unlock things in either or game.
Yeah.
And you'll get extra money on top of it. I've gotten a fair amount of money from Rockstar just from like,
Having Red
You know,
Dead
just-
downloaded.
yeah, basically.
I've gotten millions from that.
Yeah, and like it's really cool, but it also penalizes some people that don't have it. But
Yeah.
not a lot of people don't have Grand Theft Auto at this stage.
Yeah, I mean it's only like $10 now.
if you played Red Dead, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot of the things are expensive, but they're doing a really good job with trying to remedy that with all these ways you can play.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, if you want that Carcano rifle, then you better get grinded to get that $521 because like that doesn't come easy in the Wild West.
No, it does not. It does not. Now, segueing from that, those games we absolutely loved. We're going to see more of that. I know that there are going to be good games coming this year. And I have been just absolutely so ecstatic. If you're following Spotted Gaming on Instagram, you already know that Last of Us Part 2 is coming out this year. And I am so excited. I can't wait to continue the story. It's such a compelling story. And Tyler hasn't played it yet. And I'm trying to bully him into streaming it on his channel. I really want him to do it. I'm going to stream the first one leading up to part 2. Hopefully, part
Yeah.
2 can be able to be streamed without any block scenes or anything like that. If anything's blocked, I probably won't be able to stream it, at least until I get a capture card. But it, I can't express to you how good The Last of Us is as a storytelling game. So part 2 is highly anticipated. Like I think it's been like what, 8 years or something. It came out 10 years probably. It came out on the PS3. So like it's been a while, and they ported it to the PS4 and remastered it, and man, it's just been a wild journey. Last of Us getting a sequel is the coolest thing ever, and even if it gets delayed in development again, I'll still be happy. I'm just ready to play it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my spiel on that. Tyler, what's the game you're looking forward to in 2020?
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk.
2077.
Starring Keanu Reeves.
So I don't actually know a whole lot about the game story-wise because I kind of don't want to know a whole lot about it
Yeah.
before I play it because it's a
You want to be
it's
surprised?
a pretty big game supposedly. Because I mean they can't. For those you don't know, it's made by the same people who made Witcher, CD Projekt Red, and it's going to be massive and very highly interactable. I'm just excited to see this new like cyberpunk world, because I'm a really, really, really big fan of the Ghost in the Shell
Yeah.
animes. I actually haven't seen the new movie, but I am very much a fan of the animes.
So you're just excited to
And-
just get out there, explore what they have, be unknown
Yeah.
for a little bit. Don't go in with any expectations or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I know it's not the same universe as, Ghost in the Shell, but it's the same idea, kind of, to
Yeah.
me. Like this cyberpunk kind of world.
Yeah.
And,
It's ostensibly the same
just-
idea.
yeah. And, of course, everyone knows the Keanu Reeves meme. That's like, you're all beautiful. You're beautiful. Or breathtaking. Was it breathtaking? That's what it was.
Breathtaking.
So it's like, at the cyberpunk unveil, he's there and he comes out and he says, just exploring this world is breathtaking. And someone yells out, you're breathtaking. And he says, you're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
That's so funny.
And when I was watching it live, and I died laughing, just completely. But I'm just really excited about that game. It's gonna be cool.
Keanu Reeves, if you're listening to this podcast, please pitch to Disney that you want to play Darth Revan in the canonical version of Knights of the Old Republic. Please.
We are willing it.
I will
You're the
give you
one.
all the money that's in my pocket right now. It's a total of $6.50. It really is.
You're the one to take up
The mantle.
Darth Revan's mantle.
You're the one. You are the one, the only one. All right. Moving on from that. So what's coming in 2020 from us streaming wise? Obviously, a lot of the old stuff is returning. We're gonna do a lot more Mission Minecraft. That's definitely for sure. Something that I've been toying around with right now, and I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna explore a little bit. Is Elder Scrolls Online. Tyler actually bullied me into buying it, and it's very interesting. It's a very different way of playing Elder Scrolls, and I want to get better at it before we actually stream it. But Tyler is pretty excited to stream that with me. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'd like to have someone else explore that world with. There's all of Tamriel, all of it, like all of the lands of Skyrim. Not Skyrim yet; it's coming soon. But
Yeah.
Cyrodiil from Oblivion, Vardenfell from Morrowind, just all the stuff. So much to look at. And there's all of the races, homelands, and
Potentially some really good
just
exploration.
oh my god,
so much
I
lore.
still haven't seen everything. I've been playing it till it came out.
And then
Yeah.
one other thing that Tyler and I are potentially wanting to do, we want to have dueling nights on Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Now,
Yeah. I have not played before.
he has not played before, so go easy on him. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I absolutely love it. And when it was on sale for the holiday sale on PlayStation, I grabbed it and I was like, I have to play this. I've been playing through the story mode, and I've been you know, collecting cards as much as I can, getting dual points and spending all them on cards, and trying to get enough to build something, a deck that I could use, and we can watch each other duel. We can have like a giant like Fight Club night on Yu-Gi-Oh, and I just think that'd be the
Hell
coolest
yeah.
thing in the world. So
Yeah.
the first couple streams we do that, Tyler and I are probably gonna do it by ourselves, and I'll probably like duel with him, and I'll tell him how to play and find a way to beat strategies and try to beat me. So I'll kind of like talk him through it, and you guys can feel free to jump in and offer him some suggestions too, if you like that.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. I think it will be. It'll be very easy, very chill gameplay for us. So I'm pretty excited about it. What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, join us while I play some Yugi Man.
Yugi Man, some Pokios. Pokios. Yugi Mon.
Yeah, I'm excited though. It's gonna be fun.
For sure. And then individually, we know that I know I've said I was going to potentially stream The Last of Us leading up to part 2. I'm probably going to end up starting that pretty soon. I haven't decided when I'm going to do it yet. But also, very soon, but not right now, I'm taking a little bit of a, reflecting on how the story went for me and what it did for me. I'm going to do Jedi Fallen Order again. I'm going to stream it for you guys. It was a beautiful game, and I really, 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 really want to play it again at maybe a higher difficulty. But what are you planning on doing, Tyler?
This year?
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to stream Cyberpunk when that comes out. That is something I know I want to do for sure.
Yeah.
I would actually like to do some streaming on Dark Souls because
Ooh, you're gonna get angry.
I know I'm gonna get angry, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I really enjoyed playing on Star Wars Fallen Order, so maybe that's kind of like my gateway game to Dark Souls.
A gateway game.
Yeah.
That's
It's a gateway
that's
game.
a funny
Be
way of putting it. Be careful, that's Star Wars there. It's a gateway game. You're gonna be playing Dark Souls by the end of the year. I don't want my child's playing that. Anything.
This is hard gaming.
It's hard game. No more soft gaming. Any more games you're thinking about?
I definitely want to stream The Last of Us 1 because
My bullying has worked.
no, I definitely want to do it because Josh, my buddy here, has been telling me that the game is extremely good.
It is.
I'm inclined to believe him on this matter.
It's incredible, and I've tried to get him to avoid spoilers because it is incredible. I just don't know what to say.
I literally don't know anything about the game or any of the characters' names or
Good.
about anything.
It's good. Going blind.
So I would have the perfect. Yeah.
I want to have a retrospective afterwards. After you finish the story and I complete it again, I want to do a podcast just talking about that story.
Yeah.
I think, there's enough material for us to do that. There really is.
I'll be down.
That would be really cool.
That's good stuff.
All right. And then one last thing I wanted to talk about is that last year we ended Mission Minecraft on episode 26. We didn't end it, but we ended the year of streaming with a buddy of ours, Sophie. She jumped on and we showed her around. We're gonna be having a lot more guests and special appearances, especially here on the podcast. We're gonna be having some really, really cool things planned. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you want to hear more opinions, people that we align ourselves with, that we're friends with, then definitely keep posted on this, and check us out. And it's just gonna be a good year, man. I can see clearly 2020.
Ha!
All right. Before we move on to the last little bit, Tyler, is there anything that we missed in the gaming stuff?
I don't think so.
I think we're pretty good.
I think we're pretty good.
All right. So, with that in mind, please make sure, please make sure you subscribe to not just myself, not just Tyler, both of us. You can find both of our YouTube channels. You can find Tyler at Tyler the Gray. All one word. There's no capitals except for the T. Then you can find me on YouTube, Fusrodab. FUSRODAB. Just search Mission Minecraft with our names and you'll probably find us, because that's the best results that we've noticed in the search engine. That's our most popular series. The next thing is please make sure you are sharing Spotto Gaming, and make sure you're checking that Instagram. That is the best way to find out and stay up to date on everything and anything that we do.
This is the way.
This is the way. We have all the references here on Spottocast. I know I'm talking a lot, and I'm probably shoving a lot of information at you at once, but the last thing I want to talk about before we close today is Patreon. So this is a completely optional thing. We've started this up, and it's available now. You can join our Patreon. It is patreon.com/SpottoGaming, spelled the same way as Instagram. There are different tiers with different rewards, but most importantly, this stuff goes to funding our equipment and games that you want to see played, and literally just the expansion of the channels. It's not for personal gain or anything like that. We're not going out and drinking with it or anything like that. This is just, we're giving it back to you guys. We want to produce the best quality content we can. And quite honestly, some of this stuff is expensive. So the help is very appreciated. My first goal is for both of us to get a capture card, because we want to be able to upload YouTube uploads as well as doing live streams. So we have
a large amount of live streams.
Oh yeah, we have a large amount of live streams. So if that really suits your fancy, please head over there and check out the things. It's really cool. We have our tier system is based off of the Jedi ranking system, and like Padawan, Jedi Knight, Master, and then Grandmaster. There's some really cool rewards you can get on there. A couple of things, not in any order or anything like that, is obviously shout outs during live streams, shout outs on our Instagram. There's exclusive wallpapers for you to download. There's exclusive Q&A poll participation, content requests. We're going to have a Discord chat for that you guys can join and chat with us live on a live stream. That will be awesome. I can't wait for that. And then obviously there's going to be some Mission Minecraft rewards too. Like you can get your name put up in our castle. If you've been watching, we're going to be making a Hall of Champions, and inside the castle you can get your name put up there and immortalized in the Mission Minecraft world. And honestly, something that we've been pretty excited about is we're planning an exclusive tour of Mission Minecraft. Once the world is complete, before we move on to the next season, we want to take the people who are on our highest tier on an exclusive adventure mode tour through the entire map and everything that we built. How does that sound?
Yeah, it's gonna be excellent.
It really is. Man, did I miss anything, Tyler? I know I was talking for a bit.
No, I don't think. I think you hit all the marks.
Oh, man. Well, the first podcast is down. There's only one thing left to say. Tyler, you get the honors.
Stay excellent to each other, people.
Indeed. Absolutely. We'll see you guys on the next podcast.